Yo, 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 what's up, YouTube? Monster Chappy back in this thing. Sorry if my voice is a little bit quiet, but it is late at night right now. And wifey trying to get some sleep, so she was kind of yelling at me. But that's neither here nor there. Really, first, before we even get into this thing, thank y'all so much for the support on my first video back in a long time. And I'm going to do my best to give you guys the best tips out possible and hopefully help y'all as much as I can, as well as get y'all some gameplay. And we're going to have some fun too. So let's get first and foremost into this video. Today's video is going to be thanks to Big Sim as he requests what are the best ways to beat cover 3. By the way, love your videos. Big shout outs to Big Sim, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the concept for today's video. So, beating the cover 3. There's a few different ways you can beat the cover 3 that I like to talk about. But the cover 3 can be a tricky defense. And for a while, it actually gave me more trouble than the more popular cover 2. For whatever reason, cover 3 was giving me issues. Just guys would just sit in cover 3, even they'll sit on their linemen. They didn't care. And I was struggling. I was like, why am I struggling? And I realized I'm not doing the simple basic stuff. So let's go over the simple basic stuff. First things first, cover 3. Let's go ahead and look at the run fit on a cover 3. So run fit cover 3, what you'll notice is that the safety in the deep third here in the middle of the field is not part of the run fit. What does that mean? He's not going to be coming up in the box and helping in run support. So that gives you an advantage offensively. So the cover 3 is generally not the best defense against the run. Cover 4 is very strong against the run. If with good users, you can make a cover 3 solid against the run. Likewise, you can make with good users, you can make most defenses good against the run. But ideally, the best run defenses are going to be a cover 4, some sort of cover 2 blitz, or some sort of man or man blitz. Generally, are going to be the best. So cover 3, not that strong against the run. And so take advantage of the ground game. If you got a nice formation that you can run and pass out of, that's going to be beneficial to you because it's going to make your opponent not be able to just overcommit to one thing. They won't be able to run commit. They won't be able to, just run guys way down in the box here and, pretty much just user to safety. The other thing about the cover 3 is that 9 out of 10 opponents is going to user one of these hook zones here, one of the middle linebackers generally, or whoever's playing that hook zone on the field. So that lets you know that the safety is going to be back there and not be able to help in run support. There's the 5% out there that will use the D line, and those instant block sheds can actually be very, very critical at times. So be mindful of that. If you're playing someone who's using Von Miller, there's a chance that he could get that instant block shed on a passing play. But with that said, that is my first way to attack the cover 3. Second way, keeping it simple here, guys, we're just going to attack the flats. You want to be able to hit the flats against the cover 3. This, for me, is what gave me the most issues for a while, is because I would not throw the flat pass. It would be open. I would watch reviews of my game where I played a guy who ran cover 3, where I was getting locked up. I'd be like, well, I'm on 3rd and 10, and I just had 2 passing chances versus this guy. And I realized I just was not throwing to the flat pass. So that is why I'm mentioning this. Now, yes, if they play a hard flat, those are going to be covered. But just for that, all you got to do is you can have a C route, or you can have a corner, you can have a comeback. Essentially, any flat corner type combo will work if they go with the hard flat concept. So let's say they flip it here. That time, there's no hard flat. We're going to run that same route combination here. And then we're going to be able to hit Crabtree as he makes his cut back there for about 15, 20 yards, whatever the case may be. So that is my first recommendation. Hit the flats. And then the next thing is to run some sort of corner flat combo to attack a hard flat or, attack underneath if they're in a purple. One more thing to note about the flats. These flat passes I'm throwing here are not the best flat routes in the game. What I would suggest is you can take advantage of, you can put your receiver in the backfield on an out route. That'll work a lot better than the standard flat out. Also, table routes, if you're not aware of what a table route is, let's go ahead and take a quick look if I can find one here. This is the Raiders playbook. This play PA slide also works well. But let's see if I can find. There goes a table route there. So on the halfback slip screen, that route that the tight end is doing, or the halfback on the right, whatever gun split that you have, that is a table route that is very effective in the flat, because it gets upfield a lot quicker than your typical flat that you see up there on top from the flat combo. Another thing you can do is run drag routes. A lot of times versus any zone, drags are going to be good. If they start cross manning, that's when you want to mix it up a little bit. But generally, drag routes are pretty good against most zone coverages in the game. So attack underneath. So we've talked about a couple ways here. Next thing I would say is, you can call it controversial, but after Zan released a video on how to stop it, Stevie J released a tweet on how to stop it. But swerve on them. I know it sounds funny, but literally swerve on them. Cover 3 is the easiest defense to swerve. Again, they can stop it if they user it, but if you're playing somebody who kind of seems like a newbie, maybe they're user in their D line, or maybe, their users are all over the place. They just don't look like they're that good, or, they don't have the user skills. Go ahead and swerve on them. That does work. You can call it bad or whatever if you want, but swerve is 100% stoppable, guys. You just got to click on and user it, and you'll be fine. But Zan has a video on that, Forward Progress Madden. Check him out. He did a great breakdown of how to stop that, so I'm not going to cover it again. But swerving is effective. And now for my last tip. And this one here is a goodie, because this one will get you guys some pretty big plays. So let's go ahead and find it here. Pretty much any compressed set, really. If you like to run a compressed offense, this tip's going to be for you. You don't even have to run a compressed offense, though, for this at all. But I'll just show you a couple different things you can do. So we're going to run this play PA read here, and we're going to look at a cover 3 out of the nickel 2-4-5, cover 3 sky. So essentially what we're going to do here, we're going to just streak Walford. Now, we could drag Holmes here for another underneath route, but just for the simplicity, we're going to be focused on Walford and Crabtree. Crabtree is going to be open coming across the middle of the field. Now, this route takes a little bit longer to develop, unfortunately, but it is a good route that will get you a good amount of gain and potential yards after the catch. And you can, pick up pretty decent gains. So right there, you can see the safety is not playing Walford at all. In that case, you would want to throw to Walford. I'm kind of cheating over, so the safety's playing it. But you can, low pass that. You can precision down. You can precision inside. And generally, this is going to be a really good read for you. Just kind of watch that safety. I mean, if he completely cheats one way, you can go to the tight end on the streak if he cheats over. But generally, you're going to want to go to Crabtree on this play and just precision down and make sure you possession catch that so he holds on to the ball. You can find this same concept if you go to a trips. You will love this one because a lot of you guys that run gun bunch, if you run Z spot, often this is pretty much the route that you're going to see. Let's take a look here if they've got it. Pretty common play. Oh, there goes the route right there. So on this motion pump and go, that is the route I was looking for. But the route that Cooper's on, this route does very well against cover 3. I'm going to just go ahead and streak Walford here. But what you'll notice is that once he makes his cut back in, now we want to have some underneath so that those hook zones don't drop too far back. But the whole idea here is that this route to Cooper generally is going to get underneath the hook zone. Over the hook zones and underneath the deep zone there, where you can hit him for a pretty big pickup as well. So those are my quick tips on how to beat the cover 3. Attack the flats, attack underneath zone, especially with drags, and run the ball and hit him with the post, swerve on them. Those are my 5 quick tips to beat the cover 3. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully this helps you out. And again, take what's open first. When I said I was struggling to beat the cover 3, it was because I would not throw to this flat right here and pick up a decent gain, 5-6 yards. But instead, I would wait and wait and wait. And next thing you know, you've got Von Miller or one of those guys about to hit you before your route downfield gets open. So always take the first read. Don't get too greedy, and you should do pretty decent against the cover 3. I'm out, though. That does it for this video. Again, big thanks to all y'all for the support. Till the next time, we gone.